Second former school employee dead amid investigation into sex abuse of students. More after this. Hello everyone and welcome back to AG's Point of View, where I give you at least 10 minutes of my analysis in the most popular topics in the world today. I got a story here coming from, I want to say Iowa. I could be wrong. It's Marshallwood High School. All right, so bear with me on this one. William Terry was found dead in his basement with a self-inflicted gunshot wound. A former Iowa high school administrator who was under investigation for sexual misconduct involving a student committed suicide last week. William Terry, 47, was found dead in his basement on Thursday from a self-inflicted gunshot wound, according to police in Ames, Iowa. Officers had entered his home as part of a search and arrest warrant and heard a gunshot from the inside of the residence. Officers found a deceased adult male, in the basement of the residence, said Marshalltown police. Preliminary investigations result and indicate the male shot himself. Nobody else present was injured. No police officers discharged their weapons. Earlier this month, the police found the body of Adam Edgington, 42, in his car. The Nevada native reportedly died of a self-inflicted gunshot wound day after he was charged with sex exploitation of a 13-year-old student. Edgington also worked with the Iowa School District and was being investigated after alleged inappropriate relation with a minor. Terry was an associate principal at Marshalltown High School. His death came after a July 6 report was sent to the Marshalltown police alleging that there was potential sex exploitation and inappropriate sexual misconduct between a former school employee and former student. The former staff member was being investigated by the police in relation to allegations involving a former student. Marshalltown Community School District and Superintendent Theron Shute confirmed in a statement. Meanwhile, now we got three people, a third employee with the district was also arrested in the past 2 months for sexual misconduct with a student. Former high school physical ed teacher Mark Esquivel, 26, was arrested on June 30th on a felony sexual exploitation as he alleged tried to solicit sex from a 17-year-old on numerous occasions. All right, now, this is a disturbing story for me, okay, because first and foremost, we're talking about adults. We got a 47-year-old, a 42-year-old, and a 26-year-old that's actually working hand in hand with the students. You know, I'm sure if some of you are out there are parents, you send your child to school, this is the last thing that you want to see and that you want to read about. So when something like that comes up, it's very alarming. It kind of like disturbs you. You know, I have two beautiful daughters. You know, thank God. You know, so far so good. Everything is going great. You know, we just hope and pray that nothing like this happens. But situations like this do happen. You know, people come out and it's kind of like when you put someone in an area, especially dealing with children, it kind of brings something out of you. Whether you love the children or you really realize that, hey, I really don't like children, okay? In this case, it seemed like they like the kids a little bit too much. You know, whenever you're a parent and your child says, hey, listen, Mr. So-and-so, he did this for me, he did that for me, or Mr. So-and-so did this or did that for me, at school, as far as an extra, it's nothing that the other students got, but just your child just getting all the extra stuff. You might want to question that. You might want to be like, okay, well, why are they giving you this? And what did why did they deem you to be worthy of getting the extra, treats or, attention or whatever's going on? So, You know, you really got to just be on your A game, just make sure that these kids is particularly safe. You know, I love children. You know, um, I've worked with children. You know, I work with the youth that, you know, society said, you know, there was never going to be anything. And I believe, you know, quite a few of them that came through, you know, when I kind of dealt with them, I felt like they made the turn, got better, and became productive members of society. So, you know, I want to give them a shout out, you know what I mean? Because, you know, people gave up on them, but I, you know, worked with them and everything changed. And this is what you want from your, you know, administrators and your teachers and your principals and, you know, the staff at the school. You know, you want kids that come in, they might be a little raw, a little rough around the edges, you know, but you still want them to go out and become something in society, you know, productive members of society. So, I mean, it's unfortunate that this guy did, you know, it's just sad. And we can't just sit there and say, hey, you know, well, they had to be this color, they had to be that color, that nationality. Well, according to what I'm reading and what I'm seeing, you got a African American man, you know, you got a Caucasian man, and I believe you have, you know, another gentleman. I'm not sure if he's Spanish, you know what I mean, but three different, you know, nationalities. So we can't just home in and say, well, only this group of people does this, but then this group of people don't do that kind of stuff. It is child predators everywhere in every nationality. So I mean, you got to watch out for them. You know, you got to make sure that your child is doing the correct thing. You got to cross your T's and dot your I's on every single chance you get. And then when you really feel comfortable and you really, really feel good about this person, check them again. Check them again. And just keep checking and keep making sure that everything is panning out. You know what I mean? Because that one moment that you slip up and that you just decide, hey, guess what? You know, I'm good. I'm gonna lean back. They good. I could just trust them. I could just like not really pay attention anymore. Boom, they got you. You know what I mean? And at the end of the day, it's you know, it's a sad thing. You know, so you know, I see a lot of kids in the city. You know, a lot of cities that, you know, the parents are just really not paying attention to. They just, it's almost to the point like they just kind of like, they just pushing them off. You know what I mean? It's just go to school. Just go over here. Just go do that. I don't feel like dealing with it. You know what I mean? But that's your child. You know, having a child is a 24-hour, 7-day-a-week job. I mean, you cannot stop. I mean, even when they become of age, you know, your job may not be as extensive because they're out on their own and they're doing their own thing. But you still got to be on your A game, you know what I mean? Just in case something comes up, you know. You know, so we're older than them, you know, we was entrusted to them, and you know, hopefully, you know, we are doing what we're supposed to do. You know, it really bothers me just seeing a story like this because, like I said, I have a 9-year-old that goes to school, you know, and she's, you know, very, very smart and very beautiful, you know, and you know, sometimes these kids can be impressionable, but you have to really stay on them. You have to stay in their lives. I just think, you know, the fathers need to come back and just raise their children. You know what I mean? Just be, you know, be in every aspect of being, you know, a dad. Not just, hey, I'm just coming home, I'm going to give you a paycheck, and I'm back out here, I'm going to do my thing. No, you don't have to just give a paycheck. You know, if you don't have a paycheck, you can also come back and say, hey, how was school? What are you learning? What are you doing? Who's this person? Who's that person? Why are you doing this? Why is this like this? Let me see your phone. Let me go through it. I mean, just check and make sure everything is on point because, you know, you can't take that, you know, that wrong step and just decide, hey, you know, I ain't gonna worry about it. Mom gonna take care of it or grandma gonna take care of it. No, you need to take care of it. The fathers need to come back and take care of their children because there's men out here that's preying on your child. You know what I mean? Whether it be a boy or a girl, don't matter. They preying on your child, and you know they hoping that they get you caught slipping. You know what I mean? And once you get caught slipping, we know how that ends up. So, you know, we get stories like this, and then the kids end up being traumatized for the rest of their life. So, you know, you just want to just do your due diligence, be smart, okay, and always ask questions. Have that conversation with your child and let them know if anything comes up and they need to talk to you. I'm here to talk. We can sit down and we can talk, you know. We can go out to McDonald's. We can go out to Wendy's. You know, we can go out to the park, ride the swings, and have anywhere. You know what I mean? It don't have to be one of those stern, like, you know, I guess, like the police is like grilling you every, you know what I mean? It's like you can have one of them, you know, relax over a popsicle, you know what I mean? Just have a talk, you know? So just get to know your kids, what's going on with them, and stay in tune with them, and make sure everything is safe, and, you know, everything will be fine. So, you know, I want to applaud the ones out there that's doing what they're supposed to do. You know, very good. You know, good job. But stay on top of your game. Don't ever get caught slipping. Don't ever get caught slipping, because trust me, it will come back to bite you. So, well, that's my time, people. And, you know, if you like what you heard, please don't hesitate to subscribe down below. You know, I put this, you know, I'm putting the subscribe and the like button to get into your mind that you need to subscribe and you need to like the comment, like it, and then you also need to leave a comment down below. Okay, so hit that like button as well. I drop a video every day, and, you know, click that notification bell. You know what I mean? You hit that bell, that lets you know the moment that I send out a video. You know, so I definitely appreciate, you know, you coming to spend the time, you know, your time with me. You know, your time is valuable to you. It's valuable to me. I definitely appreciate it. You know, and you know, I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. Again, be safe, keep an eye on them kids, and everything else will work itself out. I love y'all. Peace.